about what happened back there, I pretty much know that you weren't even really anything to do with it. I already know you weren't anything to do with it, and you're pretty much stood there, you know, thinking like, what the fuck have these guys done? And you know exactly what I mean when I said what I said, that it's the same people that are always opening their mouths
embarrassing me on stream.
and, you know, fucking up shit for the people that just want to actually be respectful and get shit done. Like, Fixer's respectful, you're respectful. You know what I mean? And there just seems to be, like, at the end of the day, you're being held back, regardless of how many times you've got DT, regardless of how many times you're still doing shit. You know what I'm saying? And it doesn't even matter that you're not succeeding. But the issue is, you have people with big mouths that don't know their place, that are just disrespecting for the sake of disrespecting. Like, what was the point in all that? At the end of the day, you know, Matt had been asked to come. You know, in that regard, like, you should never have asked him if you plan on not letting him come. It's disrespectful to then be pissed off when, you know, you ask one of his close friends to do it instead, and then, you know, that close friend decides, actually, like, fuck these guys, you know, obviously I'm going to side with Matt over you. You know what I'm saying? And then to call him a child because he's done that is, you know, it's just pathetic.
No, I get it. Like, I know, don't get me wrong, I know that if I said what they said to Matt wouldn't have took it the wrong way. But obviously I know that Matt is, you know, doesn't fuck with him the heaviest.
I think, I'll be honest, regardless of the last, of that last situation, I've said this to Fixer previously, like, the vibes from some of them has just been very off ever since they ran off the pink cage, and then they just started disrespecting. And you know they did. You know what I mean? Like, they thought it was sweet over there, like they were away from the Mandem, and obviously at the time, you know, that everyone was doing deals with GG. You know, they didn't need us for anything. You know what I'm saying? And you made the decision to ask to come back here, you know, to move in with Fixer, and that's fine. Nobody was against that decision. It was just when other people came round and started making it, like, you know, just disrespecting for the sake of disrespecting. Like, people that have already chatted shit, like, turn up without even a word being said, and then just expect it to go back to the way it was. That ain't gonna happen.
Yeah, no, I get it. I do get it. I think as well, like, a lot of, like, I feel like there's, like, so much hostility. I'm not gonna lie, because, you know, like when we see the boys and that, like, obviously your lads, obviously they're all running over to me. Oh, you got Denzel this, you got Denzel that.
You see, which is funny, because Fixer told me earlier, you were telling him it wasn't your fault or anything, when I've literally not said a single word to anyone about whose fault it was. Like, the blame game never even came into it for me.
No,
like,
no. To be fair, yeah, I would do the same thing. It's my gang. I would throw the other person under the bus. That's exactly what I would do, though.
But I haven't done that. What I'm saying is, if you have to play the blame game and pick sides, then whose fault would it have been? Probably yours. But not once have I said that, because at the end of the day, the cop was on a fucking madness, right? And the situation was just a shit situation. Like, if anybody's going to be pissed about this, it would have been me. If I actually, you know, wanted to blame you, I would have blamed you. I'd never once fucking said, oh, Jay did this because he's an idiot. Like, the only time I even mentioned, like, the full story about what happened was to Fix It today, after he calls me saying, oh, you know, well, Jay's saying it's not his fault, it must have been yours. Like, and I'm thinking, what the fuck, so why is this even being discussed? You know?
Yeah. No, I told Fixer about it. I was like, I don't think it's like I think it's a situation that shouldn't have happened.
It was a shit situation, but at the same time, like I say, it's one of those. If you couldn't hear me, you couldn't hear me. That's why you like I say, you got caught. But like I say, methamphetamine isn't something to be, you know, taken lightly. I don't think you were just fully aware of the consequences of that drug, you know, and you know, maybe I should have made you more aware. I don't really know, but at the end of the day, that's where it went wrong. But regardless of what happens to me, that's not the problem. I mean, Fixer's calling me up saying he wants to pay off the rest of what you owe me. I mean, what's that about?
Oh no, because I was literally going to pay you it.
Well, okay.
But it was like you got a shit ton of fines. And I was like, I still need to pay Denzel the rest of the money because I sent him 360k.
Yeah.
And they were basically like, we'll just pay it.
Okay, so less. I mean, so that's fine. So I didn't want to take any money off Fixer without, you know, speaking to yourself.
Yeah. No, he was cool about it. Like, I appreciate what he was saying.
But I mean,
you got to remember, it's like I get what everyone's saying, bro. And the thing is, like,
what do you mean? What everyone's saying?
Like about the people. You know what I mean? I know that half of you.
The fact that I got DT with you is a minor issue compared to the way that them people are acting.
Yeah. Thing is, it's like a time as well where it's very hard to find people to chill with. You know what I mean?
So why are they doing that to you? Why are they disrespecting? I don't understand. I'm what I'm trying to work out is right. When I was like in a gang that fucking pretty much like controlled the south side, right? I never had that kind of ego. I'm in the Mandem now, and I still don't have that kind of ego, especially against people that I know are going to smoke me. You know what I mean? So I don't understand when does the realization comes in that people aren't as big and tough as they're acting. They can't just say whatever they want to certain people because there'll be consequences. I don't understand. Like when does like I don't. To me, in my life, right, I've never experienced so much disrespect from towards people that have done nothing but help. Makes zero sense. Like, yeah, it might be a laugh and a joke to RJ saying he's going to shoot Patar if Patar punches you. Bro, like, at the end of the day, like Patar...
I just only found out about that.
At the end of the day, Patar thinks that you got me DT, you know? Like, that was before I'd even explained it to him properly. And he's pissed. You know what I mean? He says like, RJ, where's Jay? I'm gonna beat him up. And RJ said, if you touch him, I'm gonna smoke you. I mean, what's that gonna achieve?
Yeah, I know. I feel like that was because I know Patar said to him, I'm gonna smoke Jay, and then RJ said back to him, well, I'm gonna smoke you. Like, I get it, but I feel like the biggest thing at the minute is people don't realize the terms are on with people, and that's what's causing it to be disrespect instead of banter as well. I do think that plays a big part in it as well.
Yeah, well, the thing is, if they don't have that relationship with them, then they shouldn't be disrespecting. If they don't have the relationship where they feel like banter is comfortable, then they shouldn't be bantering. Simple as that. The issue is, right, Block Boy has apologized to me on 2 different occasions for the way that he's behaved. And then, I mean, I don't know whether he still does continue to disrespect me behind my back. But at the end of the day, like, you know, I don't even speak about it.
Do you know what I think the biggest problem is that's between you and Block Boy, right?
Mm-hmm.
I'll tell you what it is, because I witness it every day, right? Block Boy thinks that you despise him, and that's why he's always hostile when you ask him questions, and that's why that's led to what it's led to. Do you get what I'm saying?
So I'm
not gonna lie, when we merged with Ghost and Jack said that thing, and it was all like Chinese whispers about people saying about this, about Denzel, I wasn't even aware of what was said about you, and I think ever since then, it's been a bit dodgy.
That's what I mean, because people talking shit behind my back. Think of the balls to say it to my face. Like, why even say it? You know what I mean? Like, what did they tell him? Or Denzel was the reason our last gang didn't work out. I mean, I had 0 input in the Ghosts, and how well did that go?
Exactly.
Like, nobody's...
I don't know.
The thing is, Block Boy came here today to discuss the situation that had happened between him and Matt, right? Regardless of who's in the right or who's in the wrong with that, there has been deep-seated disrespect that has continued to happen over the course of months. So the fact that people just turn up back on our doorstep, right, because you're here and don't say a single word is disrespectful.
Yeah, I can understand that.
Like, yeah, I've heard what BBC says about me, right? I've heard like what he says, but it's funny because I don't say anything bad about him. Anything I want to say about him, I say to his face. You know what I'm saying? I don't operate with all this bullshit behind fucking closed doors. It doesn't bother me. They're not, in the nicest possible way, they're not big enough entities for me really to even give a fuck, and that's the honest truth.
Another big thing as well is, you know, if anyone's got an issue with you, they're not really going to tell me. Let's be honest.
No, they're not. But I'll be honest. I know it sounds really, but if they've got an issue with me, I don't really care. Because the only thing they're doing by having an issue with me is fucking up for you. If they've got an issue with me or any of the Mandem, right, then they need to stay away from Mandem turf. They need to stay away from the Mandem. That's how that's resolved. If they have an issue with any of the Mandem, then they don't need to be seen around us or near us.
No, I get that. I do get it. It's the biggest problem is as well. Like now, obviously, even if it was entirely your fault, like the whole thing that happened, right? like obviously man that you're with Mandem. Mandem will always say it's like they're gonna obviously throw the person that's not with them under the bus, not you, but like the other people, right? And the problem is now a lot of people know me as the guy that got Denzel DT'd, and I'm talking people outside of the Mandem.
Who? But who's told him that?
I don't know.
So I mean, I've spoken to people,
yeah,
and I've not even gone into details. Do you know what the funny thing is? I've not even mentioned your name. Obviously, I've said I got raided through somebody else pushing drugs, right?
Mm-hmm.
But I've not once mentioned your name. So I'm a bit, you know what the probably thing is? I think you might realise it's probably more your boys than maybe the Mandem, because I'll be honest, I think a couple of your boys were like taking a piss. You know what I mean? Or, like laughing about it. Oh, you get GT again? Huh? Like it's not funny though. You know what I'm saying? Like at the end of the day,
funny,
your first
really,
one was funny because you were laughing about it. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, yeah, we laughed about it because you thought it was funny. That's fine. If you choose that it's funny that you get drug trafficking, then it's funny. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
But if you don't think it's funny, and I don't think it's funny, then nobody else should find it funny.
It is true. Oh, bro. Honestly, I don't know. I don't know. Like it's.
You just need to you just need to spend more time with Fixer, because at the end of the day, like he's you know, I just don't understand, like, because it's not the first time it's happened, and it's just a shame. Like you're trying to drill it into people's heads, you know, that they just need to be respectful or have an ounce of respect, but they just don't seem to. I've never experienced it. I've never experienced like such ego where you even get like, you know, pressed in that kind of scenario that just happened, and then you still maintain that you're in the right and you've done nothing wrong. I understand, you know, that in the last scenario that happened, Block Boy might have felt like he was in the right, or it was banter, or it is what it is. But at the end of the day, the person he was pressing didn't take it that way.
Yeah, I think. Do you know what? Yeah, like I've known Matt for a while. I like to think that he knows that we have a mutual respect and we do have like good banter.
Nobody
but...
stood there in that circle thought that you'd done anything wrong, because I knew for a fact you'd have not said anything. I just knew when the whole thing was kicking off, you'd have probably stood there and thought, for fuck's sake, here we go, because you knew exactly the way that it's going to be taken.
When I pulled up,
you knew that there's people that you know that are far more comfortable than they should be, and that's just a fact.
Mm-hmm.
Like would they start like would they do the same things to other gangs? You know what I mean? Would they start like saying different shit? Because at the end of the day, we're a gang. You know what I mean? And I think people forget that. I think people think that we're just like a bunch of guys. I mean, yeah, there's not been many of us around recently, so maybe it's easy to start thinking that maybe we're not about it. But the problem is we are. You know what I mean? So they're gonna find out, and it ain't gonna end well for them because they ain't got the financials to fucking deal with it. And that's just facts.
The whole situation about coming down, bro. Like Matt called me on smoke, bro, when I didn't give him any, and it's just like catching the rear end of like everything, bro. Honestly.
What would you mean?
Like it. Matt called me. Where are you? Like I was like, we'll be 5 minutes. Hurry up! I ain't got all day. Like purely just giving attitude, bro. But like to me, when I didn't even say one thing bad to the guy, bro. Like I literally sat there in silence when the whole thing went down at Uber.
Yeah, but he's called you because he knows that you have the power to get them all there. You know what I mean? Like that's why he's done that.
Yeah, I get that, bro. But I'll talk to Matt when he calls off, bro. But like, I'll talk to him like, come on, like you know me, bro. You shouldn't be calling me like on that sort of smoke when I'll have a normal conversation with you, because I always do, bro. I've never gone to Matt and on any sort of smoke, bro. And the way he called me, it's just like, all right, it's just like, I get like, you guys, yeah, you man them. Like, don't get me wrong, everyone knows the status, bro. But when he calls me and treats me like that, especially like after I've done so much for the guy, bro, and he will turn it around. And I like Matt, but sometimes he does do some questionable stuff. But I feel like the way he went about that, like talking to me, was crazy. Like, especially after like I would never do that to him.
Yeah, but that's why you can call him and have a conversation with him about that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Fucking hell, I'm squeaking all over the place, mate. But that's something that you and him can resolve. You know what I'm saying? Doesn't need to be taken any further than that. But at the end of the day, that's just the way it is. You know, like,
it is, bro.
You're not happy with the way that went down, so you'll call him and have a conversation. like you didn't start being disrespectful to him, or even, you know, saying your piece in a situation that didn't, because, you know, if you'd have started doing that there, then, you know, you'd have had, everybody would have started on you. Like, you knew that, didn't you? Like,
yeah, I was gonna talk, and then SK said that. It was like, you got Denzel this. I was like, you know what? It's not even worth it right now.
Yeah, I mean, that's the way it's gonna be seen. But at the end of the day, like,
it is, bro. Yeah.
For, you know, people know like that necessarily isn't the case, and it's definitely not a narrative I've been pushing. I mean, it doesn't really matter who fucking got it, mate. At the end of the day, I'm getting it. You know what I mean? It doesn't make any difference. And that's, you know, I can blame it on somebody else, but does it change the fact that I'm still getting it? Absolutely not.
It's not like when it all went down, mate. We were heavily sidetracked anyway, bro.
And that's what I mean. Like, I was caught extremely lacking. That's all I can say. You know what I'm saying? I think we all were. You know
like,
what I mean?
Any other day, you would have seen the police on the roof, bro.
Yes.
Like any other day.
Absolutely. And it's just that, and that's kind of, and that's
we
what
would
it's
have been more
come to
careful
for me. Yes, and that's what I understand, and that's why when saying it, and any other day, I wouldn't have even been there at that time in the day. You know what I mean? So
yeah, facts.
You know, I don't know. That's what length, you know, cops go to, you know, push raids on people that aren't even pushing drugs. But it is what it is. Now I know. Will I ever get caught doing that again? Absolutely not. That'll never happen. So maybe it's an eye-opener for me.
Let's be real. It was a bit mad, but yeah, we'll see. I ain't even received anything about it, bro.
Me neither.
I've not received any evidence.
Yeah, I've got. Have you not got your warrants and stuff?
Nope.
Have a look in your documents.
All right. I mean, I checked yesterday. I didn't have nothing.
What, in your
late last night?
What, in your documents? Because I've got yours.
Yeah. Oh wait, do you?
Yeah. You're in my warrant.
What, in documents or notes, or is it in anything else?
Documents. For some reason,
yeah, I've not got anything.
Yeah, for some reason, your search warrant, all of your charges, or what happened, are in my thing.
Because they wouldn't have you without me, mate.
Well, yeah.
It's because if they didn't put that on there, then they had no reason to raid you.
But at the end of the day, it's still very, very hard to link, you know, the thing together. In the statement, he admitted that he approached you and you gave him a burrito and a margarita, right?
Yep.
There is logs at Mojito Inn, and the person that sold them to me will testify that I was the person to purchase those items, right? And then how else would they have got to you? By me handing them to you. In that transaction where he assumed it's methamphetamine, there's also an extremely high possibility that I could have been giving you those burritos and margaritas. Just as much possibility as it could have been methamphetamine. And then when you were arrested, the contents of your pockets has also been documented, and it contains burritos and margaritas. So, you know, regardless of which way they want to push it, it's very, very easy to always assume worst case scenario. But then, you know, you could pull over anything and assume that it's got drugs in the car. You know what I mean?
I'll tell you what is very, very bizarre is the fact that, you know, when he asked me for my name, like after UVCB'd, he asked me for my name and I said it was Willis. He told me to stop lying to him. I never told him my name was Jay, bro.
Oh. Why did he already know your name?
It's a bit bizarre. I had no vehicles there that were registered to me. I had a mask on. I couldn't have been identified.
Yeah. I don't know, mate. That's just the fundamentals of the case. I mean, I don't know whether you know, but I've been fully subpoenaed. You know that, right? Bank records, like, phone records, everything. Bank and...
You, everything's like materials-wise, though. You probably... I'm not going to lie. If you can get the whole thing thrown out from the get-go, then you'll probably be okay, which you might be able to.
Phone plus bank subpoenas, yeah. So, I mean, that's why nothing's been pushed onto docket. You know that, right? Because they're trying to say that I obviously do, you know, profiting from illegal substances or whatever. You know what the funny thing is? Genuinely, I literally make no money from drugs.
It's just a shit ton of materials you're buying all the time. Mate, they're going to have fun looking through that because it's going to take them weeks.
Oh, you know what the worst thing is? All of them are actually, like, labelled properly. Like, with how much bought at what per and sold at what per, so...
Yeah, I know. Like, when I've had money off you before, it says materials at...
Yep. I don't think people realise that if I buy, like, 100k mats, right? at 8 per, yeah, and then I sell them at 11 per, that's 300k profit. You know, it's very, very easily done. You know, it's but
I don't know how they're gonna stick you with them, mate. To be honest, I really don't.
I mean, what they're gonna, yeah, but the problem is, I work for Gold Rush, I work for Sionis, I work for Mats, I work for like the most, you know, obvious material companies in the city. So I would just love to see, you know, what kind of you know, stuff is being cooked up in regards to. There's nothing in my text at all. So yeah, good luck to them.
Thing is, I wonder, right, if the original stop gets thrown out, does mine get thrown out with it? That's what I want to know. Because the only reason they stopped me, bro, was because I was on a roof.
Yeah, I mean, that was the. If I'm honest, that was the mistake. I suppose, like, you should have just left, you know. But at the same time, I didn't really know what, because I hadn't seen them previously. I didn't know what kind of angle they were going at the, you know, with the whole thing. But obviously, when I VCB'd, I don't know whether you could hear me or rings or whatever, but I was telling you I was telling you to go, leave, and then 5 minutes after that, you just say like, I'm sorry on radio or something. You know what I'm saying? So you obviously didn't hear what I was saying.
All I thought it was a traffic stop, and you maybe had a warrant or some shit. Because by the time you had dipped and spoke on radio, my rings were gone, bro. So I literally couldn't hear anything you were saying, and then I clocked on and realised.
They'd been,
it's a very, very sticky one.
And the image that they took of me giving you drugs is me on my what's it called? Me.
Well, he said, listen, he said he saw you drop him on the floor for me, so he better be able to. Because I was looking around yesterday.
Where the picture is, you can't even see the floor.
I was gonna say, because one, there's a barrier.
Yep.
Two, he would have had to be on a roof, but you were on a roof, so he would have seen you took the photo before that, surely.
Yeah, the image that he has, you can't even see the floor, and both of my hands are on the handlebars of a quad bike, and I'm about 3 meters away from you.
Yeah, I don't see how that even got signed, mate.
No, me neither.
A bit of stack. If that's the evidence they had to even have probable cause, that's crazy.
Yeah, it is, but it is what it is, you know.
Well, I think if mine don't get thrown out, I think it's 12, by the sounds of it, because 9 was with a plea deal. I'm not playing to him. Even if I wasn't wrong, I still wouldn't do it, bro. The guy was a complete arsehole.
I feel like I mean, yeah, I mean, it's completely up to you. Are you gonna play it, or are you just gonna see what happens?
Well, so if I plea, bro, if I plea, then I don't trust him not to manipulate it on you, and I don't really want to plea and make his life any easier, to be honest, because I want to know what are the chances if
the problem is if you play, then they'll just be able to focus on the one case. But I have a what I'm gonna do anyway, and I think you should do the same just to make it even more awkward. If when we finally get it, Samantha Sanders will not be able to prosecute against us. It's a conflict of interest because we worked at the same business before. You know.
I tried to say that when my court case was happening.
Yeah, but so what did they say to you?
They said that it was something else or the other that she could be there.
Nah, well, okay. I mean, I will make sure that goes through. You know.
Yeah.
I will push it from a different kind of point of view to what is Fix still around, by the way.
No, bro. I don't think he's going to be around for a little bit either.
Why?
Do you know what he said to Matt? Because I don't. All I know, bro, was that he was that pissed when he spoke to RJ. He just went to bed.
Why? So what happened? Why is he pissed at RJ?
No. He's that pissed at Matt. And then he called up RJ and was like, bro, like, just give me space. I need to just, you know,
not be around anyone for a little bit.
So when it all happened, don't get me wrong, Matt is petty. I know Matt's petty. He called James and was like, tell him to fuck off, basically. Matt, Fixer called Matt up for a conversation, and we overheard a little bit of it, and it was like high rate conversation. And then Fixer weren't answering the phone. He went off. We drove past him at Maldini's, and then when we drove back, he had gone to sleep. Like, he called RJ as well and said, like, I'm going to sleep. And I like, how long he's gone to sleep for, God knows, mate. He was livid though.
I do feel bad for Fixer. Right. I had no idea. I haven't even spoken to Fixer all morning. Problem is, Fixer would have done it. I don't think the way I dealt with that situation in my head was that Fixer was nothing really to do with them, and you were kind of to do with them, but you didn't really want. You were literally like just wished it was all end. I wasn't aware that Matt had even spoke to Fixer, to be honest.
Yeah, I think I think that's what probably triggered Matt the most. To be honest, I think they had quite a high rate conversation.
I think the thing with me is, right, the reason I feel disrespected in certain situations is because I treat people with respect, so I expect it to be returned.
Yeah,
like
no, I get
you will not see me violate anyone, take the piss out of anyone, say something to somebody that isn't, you know, justified if they are, you know, being respectful to me. But it's just when people take the piss, like that's, and it gets that way. The problem is, like, we're just not going to take that anymore. You know what I mean? And that's not just not doesn't go towards like you and the rest of them. It's just everyone. You know what I'm
saying? No, I do get it.
So who's awake now from you lot?
Just me and Block.
But the problem is, like, you know, what is your plan? What are your guys' plans?
To be honest, mate, I've been stuck in a bit of a hole, to be fair with you.
Why?
But I've got everything under the fucking... Everything, like, I've got about 150 million fucking fines coming towards me. Going back to jail because some copper fucking had a stick up his ass one night.
Yeah.
Like, I'm literally probably going to be asleep for, well...
In my
12 years,
in my
plus
defense,
another
like,
12 years.
The thing is, I haven't, like, I can literally swear on anything that I haven't even once said it was your fault, because there's aspects of that night that I quite heavily, you know, blame on me. Like, the amount of no, but the amount of meth that I've been lookout for and pushed, as soon as that cop came up to you the first time, right? We should have stopped. Should have never gone past that.
Mate, he is a proper he came over, mate. I didn't see any suspicion from that, you know. I don't even know how 4 hours later, bro, he pulled you.
Yeah, to me, when that happens, it's done. Game over. You know?
But nah, I didn't think that you said anything, to be honest. I sort of think that, you know, you get what I'm saying. Like, anyone but themselves that's thrown under the bus, which is, you know what I mean, is sort of procedure, let's be real. If anyone asks, if anyone, like, even if it was much worse than what it was, and it was more,
no, but what does me telling anybody that it's your fault do for me? What's the benefit?
No, that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. I don't think you said that.
No, so it don't benefit me any. And like, what I'm going to do? Tell the cops, oh, it was Jay's fault, and then they're going to let me off. They're not, so I'm still fucked. It doesn't make any difference. If something's my fault, then I'll own it and say it was my fault. I'm not saying it was necessarily anybody's fault, but I'm saying there's aspects of that night that could have been done better from both perspectives.
Yeah, no, 100%, bro. Like, I already said this to people. I said this to Fix as well. But, we were very sidetracked that night anyway, as it was. So.
Well, Fix, the thing is,
we were literally fucking around for half of it.
I spoke to Fixer about people taking the piss, you know, and he's fully aware, you know, that how I feel about certain people and the fact that they've just kind of migrated back towards, like, you know, hanging around and stuff. And the issue is, like, the reason, like, I have a problem with them people is because they don't treat me with any respect, and they never did, which is unjustified, seeing as the amount of shit that I did for you guys back when you had nothing. Regardless of whether regardless of whether I took the piss or whether I did this or I stirred or whatever, regardless of that, there was still huge benefits to me helping like I did.
100. And it's no, don't get me wrong. Like we're fully aware of the situation, right? But like, I've bit my tongue in certain scenarios, like in the last 2 days, bro, because, like, don't get me wrong, I'm not doing anything wrong. I'm not going up to these people to talk, bro. But when I've got people coming over, like, fucking punching me and doing random shit, pulling out straps, bro. Like, how much, like, bearing in mind, these are people that I've never disrespected. Like, don't get me wrong, bro. James, Patar, fucking, obviously, SK brought it up. It's not even that, bro. I'm getting aired by them. Fair enough, bro. Like, do you know what I mean? If they don't want to sell, like, guns, they don't want to sell.
No, but the thing is, it's not even that. So the reason you're being aired by them is because we're under investigation. That's the reason. That's the
it's
reason.
not even that, bro. That wasn't the biggest thing. These are just like things I've noticed. You know what I mean? Like fair enough. They don't fuck with me no more than it is what it is, bro. But they don't need to be like an arsehole. Do you know what I mean?
No, but it's just very fresh. You know what I'm saying? And then
Yeah.
when push comes to shove, everybody's gonna put like, you know, the gang first. You know.
Yeah, no, I get that. What I mean is like, bro, like they should just say nothing at all. Do you know what I'm saying? Like I kept it a stack. When they interrogated me, bro, I tried everything. You know what I mean? Like I just appreciate it if they didn't start come over, pulling guns out, punching, talking all the was, bro. Like I'd rather them not say anything at all. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but at the end of the day, they're their own people, aren't they? You know what I mean? They've seen like their boy getting DT. You know, they've been told the situation that happened, and not they haven't even been told the situation in any kind of form of biased way. But they're their own people, so they're going to make their own opinion. At the end of the day, they're going to back me over you. You know, so like if they have to pick a side, if that's what they're going to do, then they're always going to do that. You know, and I would expect like if something happened the other way and you had a gang for it, obviously it would be the same way.
Yeah, no, 100. It's not your fault, though. It's not your fault. I'm just saying, like, that's what's happened. But yeah, bro, honestly, I don't know what the plan is, to be honest. I'm just trying to make some money, so at least when I come out of jail, I want to wake up.
Yeah, mate, if you need some gold pans, let me know.
I'm definitely not gold panning, though.
Why not?
I'd rather do Sunny for 6 hours.
What, than gold panning?
Yeah, bro, at least I'm moving. You got to think, you know what I mean? If I'm sat in a gold pan spot for 6 hours for the next week, it limits my ability.
What do you mean?
Like, sit in a gold pan spot. But it takes 4 hours to go for a pan. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, I'd rather be moving and making money. And have some laughs on the way. It's hard, bro. Like, you got to think, it's already going to be rough, mate, when it's 12 years of not waking up, followed by 12 years of parole, just sleeping it off. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, no, I agree.
But, yeah, fuck knows, honestly, bro.
Oh, no. Fuck. Oh.
Let me die. My bad, Jet.
Did you nearly shoot me?
So you know you're.
Did you think I was a local?
No, I didn't shoot you.
Might have been a local shooting you.
No, I ran down the stairs. I thought,
local.
did you think I was a local? That's why I thought it was funny.
No.
Have a good one,
You don't
boys.
have to get in this one. There's no
I can hear
tracker.
cops outside, by the way.
Oh, fuck. Just get ready to, like, block.
Sorry, what were you saying? Somebody was doing a boost at the block.
No, you're good. So I take it this means, for now at least, your shit's only good for runs, right?
No, my shit isn't even being cooked. I'm not cooking.
No, but like if you were to, I'll take it it's only good for runs.
No, I'm done.
What, like done?
I'm done. I'm burnt.
So theoretically, I've made a very good assumption here, okay?
What?
If I was to cook meth, it 1,000,000% can't be corner push, because if they find the strain, they're gonna know it's me. Is that right?
Why? Why would they know it's you?
From when they DT'd me, 4 weeks ago.
Not really. Maybe. Yeah, to be honest, actually, yeah, never mind. Yeah.
It'd probably be on my record,
I
wouldn't
didn't
it?
realise. Did they catch pillows of your meth with the tables?
Yeah.
Now, they'll have a suspicion that it was your strain. You being caught with my strain has obviously made it a bit better for you. Because now they'll be fixated on. But the problem is, my strain links back to my fucking days in BSK. And what is the one change? What is the one thing that, you know, Mandem and BSK have in common, or had in common? Me. So,
same strain.
Yes. So I'm done. But there will be an opportunity. Like, where did you want to corner push meth?
Probably NBC.
Have you got their blessing to do it?
Well, it's funny enough, one of them have woke up for the first time in a while today.
Who, Craig?
Yeah, I think I'm gonna have a chat with him, but he seems a cool dude, bro. To be honest, we just helped him with a chase, so.
Well,
he's the last one standing apparently, and he's gonna try build it back up. So I'm pretty sure I'll have his blessing.
I have product that you can buy and push.
Is it your one?
No.
Oh.
I told you I'm done.
Yeah, I didn't know if you know.
What do you mean? Yeah. Oh, yeah. Right, I'm in the middle of a drug case. I'm going to sell you my strain again. So then when you get caught down at the docks, they're going to be like, mate, I'll get fucking raided again, bro.
Yeah, mate, I was just making sure. I didn't know whether their man wanted you to fucking cook whilst the case is going on, because that would be fucking mad.
Bro, nobody tells me when to cook.
Yeah, I know, but
I am the cook.
Right, so what product is it? Is it 75 or
Yes.
is it less?
What do you mean, is it less? What do you think this is?
So it's bang on 75.
Yes, what do you think this is?
So why would I not cook it myself?
Because your strain's fucked. You said you got caught with all fucking tables and meth.
Yeah, but I can do M runs now.
How can you do M runs?
I make connections. What do
I
you mean?
I already know exactly. I love it. You know what I like? I like it when like you saying that. Do you want me to say it? Because I already know. Like I don't actually. Nobody's told me, but I already know exactly why you're saying you can do M runs. You know why?
Go on.
Because you made friends with Bella from the Vargos.
That would be incorrect.
It wouldn't be incorrect. That's fucking right. I know that's right. Look, you're not saying anything because you know it's right.
You know what? Yeah, you should just stop belling my line.
Why?
Ah.
I'm right, aren't I?
But listen, yeah, M runs.
Yeah. I can't wait for you guys to go and do an M run and then get rolled up on when you try and start it and fucking lose all your math. I'll be the.
Who's gonna roll on us?
Do you not fucking realize, bro, that people do that? Like, people roll on the big gangs that do that, bro. Because the thing is with M runs, right? That GG fucking.
GG won't do it to me.
Why not?
Right. What do you mean? I had a conversation yesterday. GG won't do that to me.
GG won't do it to you.
Nope.
Why not?
Mate, I bought like 300k worth of things off him yesterday. You know, I was talking about. He was like, you know, if you need anything, GG wouldn't rub it. Plus, pretty sure Jack is a part of GG now.
Okay, so why aren't they not going to do it to you? 300k worth of what?
Straps.
Why did you not buy them off me?
Oh, I'm sorry, mate. Let me get this straight, bro. Yeah. First of all, I've got 110 man telling me, punching me, fucking threatening to shoot me, bro, because I got you DT. Who am I going to call for guns? You?
Yeah.
For AD called me yesterday. And he was like, Denzel said he's going to shoot you.
Yeah, because he was dressed up as you, going, son.
No way was he dressed up as me.
Fucking, I said, I'm not being funny. I'm going to shoot. I didn't say I'm going to shoot you because it was dressed up as you, pissing me off. He won't do it again. I've told him today.
Did he really dress up as me, though?
Yes, and he did it. Tried to do it again today, and I just drove off.
Fuck me.
So,
God knows, mate.
Well, regardless of you wanting to do M runs, you can cook for yourself and do M runs, can't you? Then, with your strain.
Yeah. Yeah.
Until Bella gets kicked out of Argos.
It's a deeper situation than that.
Why is it?
Vargos, they're going through it right now, mate.
I know they are. Yeah, I already know. I'm taking over.
How do you know I was taking over? How do you know my business?
No, I'm taking over the Vargos.
How do you know my business? You definitely too old for that, yeah.
You do realise, like, I'm more OG Vargos than nearly every member of the Vargos. You know that, right?
Yes, mate. Tell me. Yeah.
I have a chain.
Listen, I'm taking over the Vargos.
I have a chain.
I've got mine as well.
You definitely haven't, mate.
What do you mean? I'm fucking triple OG leading that shit now.
Okay, mate. God, you'd get fucking smoked. Problem with the Vargos is they got so much territory and they just can't hold it down.
I know, that's what they've called the big guns. Yeah,
right, okay, well, let's stop fucking messing about. Anyway, so basically what I'm going to do...
Wait, Block, say that again? Denzel, yeah. Denzel, would you like to meet up for us to have a chat?
Can do if you want.
Can do. Where do you want to meet?